Alright, so we never really intended to become relationship counsellors, but we have had so many questions about our relationship, so we thought, why not try answer a few for everyone? Alright, guys.
You've got a nose hair hanging out.
This is the worst start of filming I've ever had.
You've got a nose hair.
It's alright.
Just tuck it in. Ow! They're still there.
How do you deal with feeling like your significant other doesn't replicate your effort? You should probably answer this.
Do you not replicate my effort?
I didn't used to.
Yeah, you never used to. You go first.
But you've always replicated the effort.
Have I?
Yeah.
I think you have too.
Oh well.
Maybe not back in the day.
Maybe when we, yeah.
I was putting so much effort into our relationship and you kind of didn't really care. But we got here.
Yeah.
I don't know how we did. Probably lots of arguments.
Just lots of learning, I think, mostly. You need to learn how to deal with the other person, and effort is two-way street as well. When you think you're putting in effort, you might not be putting in the effort that they require.
There's different love languages.
And just because it's your effort doesn't mean that they're receiving it as effort. So like Chloe used to do things for me that she would think is, you know, effort, but I wouldn't. And for instance, I used to I would buy her something and I think that's me putting in effort, but the effort she needed was me, like, you know, touching her leg or something like that. Serious though.
Touching my leg. I don't know if I'm that affectionate anymore.
Alright, next question. How do you trust someone who has hurt you before?
You just have to, it's just time, honestly. There's no real way to gain trust again apart from time and then proving their efforts and that they've changed.
Pretty much actions. It's action based. Judge a tree by the fruit that it bears, not the fruit that the tree talks about. It's a pretty good way of putting it, I think.
The trees talk.
I don't know. They bark. That was good as.
They leave.
Yeah, don't leave. Alright, did Chloe find it hard at the start of your relationship being younger and you being legal to club?
I had a fake ID, yo.
Yo, I got a fake ID, dog. Yeah.
You go. Can we put that?
Nah, yeah.
Yeah, whatever. It was back in the day.
Chloe was probably looser back when she was 15 and 16 than she was now, so...
Yeah, I was like crazy when I was younger, but a lot of life lessons happened and now I'm this person, so I had to be crazy back then to get to this person. But
remember, that being said, I used to work in a nightclub and you weren't allowed to go to the ones that I worked in, and remember, you didn't like that. You used to have to stay home by yourself.
Yeah, I just used to stay home and just be like, see you at 4 a.m.
And I'd stumbling
I'll be here waiting.
Good morning, Chloe. Hey, it's me, Viva. I'm just trying to go sleep.
And then you'd try to touch me and I was like, oh,
Get
I
off.
just want to sleep. But
yeah, we got through those times. Alright, will you be trying for a bub again anytime soon?
I don't know. Because I was thinking about it. I've been thinking hard about this one. And I'm like, there's so much work and just like viewing everybody else as having a newborn, and it just is a lot of work.
Yeah. Yeah. So I think once the times, like, it wouldn't be a now thing.
Once the foundations are set.
Were there any tears when you guys decided to have space from each other? They worded it wrong, sorry, it wasn't my fault. Yeah, there's a few tears from me.
This is funny actually, because the start of our relationship, I was really dependent on Mitch and I would like cry if he didn't touch my leg or something. And then tables turned as I started, like, obviously because I didn't want to always be the one crying when he didn't touch my leg, so I started like learning.
You worked on yourself?
Yeah, I worked on myself and my self-worth, and I thought, I'm just going to focus on myself instead of crying when, like, basically handing Mitch the rope every time he does something wrong. So and
and that's when you start feeling worse, because it's like, I knew that I always had her there no matter what. So then when she stopped being like that, that's the scariest part for someone, is it's like, fuck, have they lost all hope? Do they not care? Then I started questioning myself, and then when she went away to America and we broke up for a bit, I was just seeing her unfazed and like pretty much so strong, and I was like, fuck, I wish I was that person. The next question ties into this. What was your first thoughts when Chloe first brought it up that you both needed a break? Well, I was devastated, because to me, I always thought a break meant we're done. So I really didn't come to terms with break. And yeah, I didn't handle that too well, but I trusted in the process, and here we are now.
Yeah, Mitch didn't handle it very well. But I was like, this is for the better, trust me.
Yeah.
We're going to come out of the other end way better.
If you have a fight and distance yourselves, how do you come back together to overcome it? Well, we've only really just gotten.
Yeah, we
to this
actually
point.
spoke yesterday about how far we've come in the way of having disagreements and coming back together. Because I used to play the ignore game and I'd ignore you for like a few days. Remember?
I'm talking zero contact, zero talking, zero anything for days.
I'd ignore. I wouldn't speak. I'd just lay in the bed. I'd turn my back.
And it could be as small as like, remember years ago you read old messages from like 6 years ago and you didn't talk to me in 3 days. It had nothing to do with her. And I was just like, for 3 days, like, why the fuck is she not talking to me? But that was like literally 3 years ago. And that's how far we have come, because all relationships, or not all, but a lot do start like that. You need to learn how to communicate, and that's something that we do now. Are you living together, or when will you move back in?
He just decided to come crash my house. You better start paying rent. Rent's due in a couple of weeks.
Shit. Nah, all my stuff's still at my mum and dad's, but I mean, we've had no reason. Like, I normally have been staying over a few days, and then I would leave, but I've had no reason to leave. Like, we've been really good, so. Yeah, basically just big brother intruding. How do you get over a guy you are still in love with? Well, I've never been in love with a guy. Chloe, you?
Time. Everything's time.
Time heals all wounds. Has Chloe's anxiety impacted your relationship? And if so, how did you get through it? Yeah, to a point it did, like.
Because without knowing, I would kind of take it out on him a bit.
Yeah.
But I'm self-aware now. I know when I'm anxious, I know what I have to do to get rid of that anxiety, so it doesn't affect us as much. Hey?
Spot on.
Yeah. And Mitchell knows when I'm getting anxious, he'll be like, go do some kundalini or go have a bath.
You got to find the triggers. So I know, like, when Chloe is anxious and she says something to me, I know that it's not her talking, it's her being anxious, and I'll say, look, you need some time alone. Go do this, go do that. I don't care what you do, but I'm going to go to my friend Jerry's house and you're going to do this. And, you know, you have a few hours apart, come back together, and it's straight up. Instead of once upon a time when she'd be anxious like that, I'd blame it. What's wrong with you? And then I'd be like, don't get angry at me. It's not my fault. And then it would just, you know, as adding fuel to the fire. Do you ever get sick of each other and bicker? What's your remedy? Space. Serious. Everyone's going to bicker, but it's just about when you are feeling like you're going to bicker and say things that you don't mean. Have time apart. Not time apart as in go sleep at your friend's house for 3 days, something like that, but just have a break. Go do something by yourself.
Yeah.
How do you deal with fake friends? Honestly, I have zero time anymore for fake friends. To me, if they're not contributing to your your health, your well-being and...
Your wealth!
I meant to say well-being and health. Wealth. They're contributing to your health and your well-being, and, you know, I really pay attention to who claps when you succeed now, and that's a big thing. If they don't want you to succeed, fucking stay away from them. I've got a really close, small circle now, and I absolutely love it, and I trust everyone in my circle, so it's amazing.
Yeah, and I feel like if you do have people around you that you feel are not...
real.
Yeah. Then it's all lessons anyway. Like, people are brought into your life for a reason. They'll teach you a lesson and then they'll leave. And then the next one will probably come in, they'll teach you a lesson. Like, everybody is here to make you conscious. Like, even relationships. If you start looking at your relationship in ways that it's going to make you conscious and see the lessons that you're learning out of it, then it's a better way to look at it all.
Did Mitchell decide to give up drinking on his own, or did Chloe have an influence?
At the start,
it
was me like, you need to stop, otherwise something's going to happen.
Which made it worse for me. That made me just want to drink more. Every time she would tell me off or say I can't do something, I'd want to do it more.
Because I was going through this real stage where I was like on a whole nother vibration. You were like down here and I was like high on life basically. And then that's when we went through most of our
everything.
Stuff. And I was just at the point where I was going to leave because it wasn't for my highest good, hey.
No, yeah,
and
I realised, I was like, I have so much, but I just realised I have so much to do to get to that position, and I can either give up and go a separate way and be stuck where I was forever, and I was like, if I don't try and act on this and help myself, I'm going to be here forever. But
it's not, like, it's just like, I didn't get up I just wanted us to work.
It was my choice.
Then it was like, if this isn't working and that's not one of my values and something that I want to do for the rest of my life, then I just have to leave. And then that's when he realised that we're good together and that he didn't want to jeopardise anything.
Alright, so another question here is, do you still have boy time now you're sober? Yes, I do, but my boy time now is a lot more positive. Like, my best mate that I hang out with, Jerry, he doesn't drink or anything like that. He's a really successful business person. Like, everything I do with him now is a lot more productive. And, you know, whenever I have boy time as such, I'm not just going out and getting fucked up. Like, I don't consider that quality time anymore.
Yeah.
Did your mates give you shit for not going out, or did they support you? If your mates give you shit for not drinking or going out, then they're not your mates. So it's as simple as that. I have not had any mate say anything to me like that, and if they did, there would be a no-brainer for me to cut them off, because if they can't, like, that's not a mate. Simple as that. How did you feel when you found out Chloe was pregnant? I still remember the FaceTime call. I was streaming. Chloe sent me this message and she was like, you got to FaceTime me now. I was like, I'm streaming. She goes, please, you have to FaceTime me now. I was like, fuck. So I went off stream, grabbed the phone, she answered, and she was holding the pregnancy test, and I was like,
why am I crying?
are you? Yeah, actually. Do you still remember the call?
Yeah, I do. I filmed everything. Everything's on my laptop.
We've still got all those videos, so we were going to do something with them, but we went back to watch them and edit, and it was too sad. Alright guys, well, I hope you enjoyed that Q&A, and yeah, it was good to sort of answer some of your questions that, you know, we've been getting inundated with, and we hope that, yeah, this answers a few of them, and I'm sure that there's going to be more questions along the way, so we can film these whenever you guys need, if you like them. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and
we'll see you guys in the next video.